Welcome to day 16. We're going to start today at the top of our mats, coming into that mountain position that we know so well. Just double checking our posture as we close our eyes, grounding the feet, checking that everything's engaged, our shoulders are relaxed, our jaws relaxed. And our intention today is to enjoy the movement, remembering that you can use props, take a rest. It's your practice. We'll just start to notice the breath. Begin to just be with our mats, letting everything that's happened so far, all coming, just to dissolve away for the moment, so we can enjoy this practice together. And slowly fluttering open the eyes. We're going to start by bending the knees, breathing in, raising the hands up over our heads, stretching through our fingertips. Imagine holding a beach ball between your hands, and then bringing that beach ball down in front of you as we bend the knees, coming into a forward fold. Making sure that you generously bend your knees as it's the first one. Coming up into a halfway lift, flat back, look up. And then coming down to a forward fold. Pushing the feet through the feet up into mountain, bringing that beach ball back up over your head and allowing your hands to come back down to your sides. Bending the knees, breathing in, coming up, stretching the hands, holding onto that beach ball. Coming forward into a forward fold, bringing the beach ball down with us. Breathing in as we come into a halfway lift, flat back, look up. Down into a forward fold. And then pushing through the feet, we come back up to mountain, getting hold of that beach ball again so we can stretch through the fingertips, bringing the hands back down to the sides. Last time, bringing our hands up over our heads, this time joining the hands to palms together, slight back bend, look up at the ceiling. Continuing to bring the hands down to our heart space and following through with our forward fold. Breathing in for a halfway lift, flat back, look up. Breathing out as we come down into a forward fold. Pushing through the feet as we come all the way back up to mountain, bringing our hands to our heart centres. Closing the eyes. Noticing how you're feeling. Opening the eyes. Allowing the hands to come back down into mountain. Making sure that your jaw is still relaxed. Bending the knees, bringing the hands up over our heads, joining the hands together, coming down into a forward fold. Maybe straightening the legs a little more this time. Planting the hands on your mat. We're going to take our right foot back into a low lunge, dropping the knee. Opening the chest up, looking forwards, remembering to keep relaxed, keep breathing. Placing the hands firmly on the floor as we take the left foot back into a plank with our knees lowered. Gently lowering ourselves to the mat. And then moving our elbows underneath our shoulders, we're going to come into Sphinx. Now opening the legs a little bit, putting the tops of our feet flat on the mat. Don't crunch the neck backwards, just look forwards. At like the top of your mat or just in front of the top of your mat. And let's just take a few breaths here. And then slowly we're going to take our left arm out. We're going to bring the right foot up to the sky and then placing the right hand on the mat, the right foot is going to come over the top of the left hand as we come into broken wing. Just stretching that left shoulder. and then coming all the way back onto our bellies, back into Sphinx. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Breathing deeply. Moving our hands under our shoulders, curling our toes and pushing up to meet in downward dog. As it's our first one, bend our knees generously, pedal them out. Take any movements that you feel you need before you find some stillness. Remember to keep breathing. And then we're going to walk our feet up to our hands as we come into our forward fold. Breathing in as we come up to halfway lift. And then continuing up to mountain, pushing through the feet. And then we're going to go again for the other side. So breathing in, arms up over our heads. Hands meet, coming down to our heart center. Coming into our forward fold. Placing the hands on the mat. This time taking the left foot back into the low lunge. Dropping the knee. Opening the heart. Placing the hands firmly on the mat, taking the right foot back into a plank with knees lowered. And then slowly coming down onto the mat. Coming back into that Sphinx position. Just take a few breaths here. And now we're going to take our broken wing to the other side. So stretching the right arm out, flicking the left foot up, placing the left foot on the mat, and then pushing over so that left foot comes over your right. So we just stretch the right shoulder. Breathing deeply. Enjoying the stretch. Slowly rolling back onto our bellies, coming back into that Sphinx position. Ensuring our shoulders are still away from our ears and relaxed. We're not putting tension in the neck. And then moving our hands underneath our shoulders, curling the toes under, we'll meet in downward dog. Taking any movements that you need. Finding stillness. Walking the feet slowly towards your hands in forward fold. Breathing in for a halfway lift, flat back, look up. And continue to push through the feet to come all the way up into mountain. Closing the eyes, noticing how you're feeling. If you're clenching your jaw, just release that. Maybe turn the corners of your mouth into a smile. And we're going to take the flow one more time. So opening the eyes, breathing in, arms up to the sky, coming down into our forward fold. Hands onto the ground. Right foot back into a low lunge. Maybe this time keep the knee off if you can. You can drop it, of course, if you want to. Making sure the right hand is pressed firmly into the mat. Going to bring the left hand up to the sky in a twist. Keep breathing. Drop that knee if you need to. Bringing the hand all the way back down to the earth. Taking the left foot back into plank. Coming down onto the mat. And this time just breathing in as we come up into a baby cobra. And relax and release. Curling the toes, meeting in downward dog. Again, taking any movements that you might need. And then finding stillness. Breathing deeply. And then this time we're going to bring our right leg forward. So tuck it behind our hands. It doesn't have to be absolutely in line with the top of the mat as we come into pigeon. So wriggle around, use your props under your right hip if you need to balance, or a rolled up blanket. Look up. Make sure that your shoulders are relaxed. And you can stay here, or you can bring your forearms down to the ground, dropping your head, making your pigeon sleep. Or you could put it into a twist, where you bring the hands together and look sideways. Find the position that feels comfortable for you. And slowly, wherever you are, make your way back up to that original position of that pigeon sitting up. You can curl the left toes under, lift the knees. You can take the right leg back as we come back into our down dog. And now we're going to repeat for the other side. So the left foot comes forwards, behind the hands. Take the right leg back until it's comfortable, till you find that position that feels good. Remembering, put a block under the hip if you need to. Again, making sure the shoulders are relaxed. You can stay here, or you can drop forwards. Remembering you can use blocks under your forearms, blocks under your heads. You can take the twist again if you want to. Breathing deeply, enjoying that stretch. Noticing that this side might feel different to the other side. And then wherever you are, start to unravel, bring yourself back up to that original pigeon pose. Curling the right toes under, lifting the knees so we can come back into our down dog. Taking a moment to breathe, enjoying this restful pose. Maybe you are finding it restful now, or maybe you're thinking, come on Kim, hurry up, I need to move. And we're going to move our feet towards the front, finding a forward fold. Breathe in, come halfway up, flat back, look up. Continue to push through the feet as we come into mountain, closing the eyes. Deep breath in and out. And then maybe this time, as we just do a small vinyasa flow through forward folds and halfway lifts, you could do it with your eyes closed. Don't have to, just a suggestion. Breathing in, taking your arms up over your head, coming down into a forward fold. Breathing in as we come into our halfway lift. Breathing out, coming into that forward fold. Breathing in as we push through the feet, coming all the way up into mountain, arms up over our heads. Let's keep going. Coming down into a forward fold. Breathing in as we come up for a halfway lift. Breathing out as we come down to a forward fold. Breathe in as you push through your feet, come all the way up to mountain, arms up over your heads, and let's go one more time. Breathing out as we come down into a forward fold. Breathe in for a halfway lift, flat back, look up. Breathe out as you come into a forward fold, and then pushing through the feet, really slowly this time. Unravel all the way back into mountain, slow as you can. Feeling all the vertebrae slowly uncurling. Head is the last thing to come up. Keeping the eyes closed or close them if you haven't already done so. Breathing deeply. Allowing your body to relax. Allowing your breath to come back to normal. Bringing your hands to your heart center. I thank you for practicing with me today. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.